Hey, welcome to another exciting episode, a special edition episode of The Real Deal. I am your host, as always, Courtney Harden. Let's get it. All right. Once again, happy Saturday evening. I am your host, as always, Courtney Harden. Welcome to another exciting episode of The Real Deal, episode 139. I can't believe it's already been 139 episodes on the Saturday edition of the episode. Again, I'm your host, as always, Courtney Harden. Glad to be back with a new and exciting episode. You can find all of the episodes. You can find everything on all social media platforms, whether it's YouTube. You can find it on Spotify, Apple, Google Play, also Spreaker, BS3 TV, live.com, BS3 Network as well. Also on the Roku channel, Roku TV, BS3. If you download the BS3 TV app on the Roku channel, you can get all the episodes there as well. So I'm not going to keep you long. You know where to find it at Get the Real Deal on Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, all the social platforms there. The Real Deal with Courtney Harden. So you can find it there. So without further ado, we have a very special guest. As you can see in the background, this is the Believe and Achieve brand. I've had this guest here. It's not even a guest. This podcast family, and we've been doing this. This is the fifth chapter. Like I said, it's a special edition, the fifth chapter, and this one's called The Longest Mile. So we've done 5 chapters together, and the first one was the intro of Believe and Achieve. Second one was branding and sponsorship. Third chapter, self-love. Fourth one was the healing process, and now she's launching another chapter, another part of the brand, just elevating the brand. The longest mile. So we're going to get into all of that. We're going to talk about the brand itself, where it's going in 2024 and beyond. So I welcome back to the show, Runner E. What is good, Runner E? Thank you for coming on the show. Really appreciate it. Yes.
Oh, what an amazing journey it has been. Chapter 5. Who would have thought we're at chapter 5?
Chapter 5.
Just so awesome. First off, I want to thank everybody hopping on tonight to join. I know it's a Saturday night, so taking your time to join. Yep. The Real Deal. Thank you. Like I said, we're podcast family now. We're stuck.
Yes, we're here. We're here. And I'm so glad to get you back on. Like I said, we've done this. I was just looking back at the archive, and we've done this since June of 2022. So it's going on 2 full years since we've connected on Instagram. And we talked about all the process and what Believe and Achieve is all about and everything too. And you've been hooking me up with all this merchandise. But like we said, it's not just the merchandise, it's the brand, it's the message and everything too. So again, thank you for coming on the show. You wanted to launch chapter 5 here again, as you launched chapter 4 the last time. So I was always willing and want to help the brand as much as I can with this platform. So again, thank you for coming on the show.
Thank you. I appreciate it. Just for all the believers and achievers, much appreciation. The longest mile. Some people are wondering what that is. Mm-hmm. And, like you said, we've had many chapters. You had to believe first. You had to believe and achieve. Yep. But then we had to go through a little bit of the deep process. What happens when you got the achievement? We had the self-love, and then you had the healing chapter. And during that process, it's a journey. That's hence I say the longest mile. And it doesn't mean it ends just like in a day. It's stuff you could be going on from a kid till your adult years. So I wanted to share an experience of what the longest mile is. For me, I was starting off as a kid. I've told everybody the background story. And if you're new to this, thank you for joining. But I've always ran. I had the heart and passion and love for running ever since I said 3rd grade. And my mom, my family, Even if I was yanking their arm, they always said they love it, but I made them take me to all these meets as a kid. I had this love for joy of running. It was in my blood. I loved it. But a part of people don't know why I had to go the longest journey is, well, what happened during the years of high school? You know, we know like from a kid what you're doing to college, what happened, but during that segment, what was phasing me as a child up to a group was part of the longest mile that didn't make sense at the time. I say that because I remember being in 6th grade, 7th grade, even 8th grade. I was a cocky runner. I was like, catch me if you can. Right. And I remember always talking about saying, you know, Prefontaine, that's somebody I truly appreciated and looked up to as a runner. You know, I also had my family that was in running that did good, you know, from Manuel, Elizabeth, Eleanor, Esther. We come from a bloodline. My mom loved to run too. And so for me, a goal I had always had as a child is in the movies when I see Prefontaine running in Oregon, I'm like, I'm going to do that one day. I don't know how, but I'm going to do it, you know? And I remember like being so determined and doing all these races. Well, it came a year in my sophomore and junior year of high school, and I was getting really sick. My white blood cell level count was low. I was to a point, I remember, where they were talking about blood transfusion. And I didn't understand it because I was so frustrated. I was like, I was a kid running around, so cocky, like I said, didn't think people could like really outrun me. And here I was being humbled at that age already, which was harder as a kid because sometimes when you're so young in your teen years, you don't handle stuff like that as you would as an adult racing. Right. And I was, at the time, I couldn't figure it out. I was really fatigued. I was having like a lot of nosebleeds, or just randomly daytime, nighttime, getting really sick. And I remember like doing races and I would finish last, or there was some I couldn't even run. And I was like, I was a girl that was first place. Yeah. And I didn't know what was wrong. We kept trying to get tested, different doctors at first, you know. I remember it got to the point to where they were talking about even like, you've been diagnosed, we think you probably maybe have leukemia. You've got to go to specialists to get checked. So even as a kid, I guess that's where I had my heart, my mom's warrior heart. I know she was terrified and scared, but at the time I didn't grasp it. I'm like, it's okay. It's okay. I still thinking like these appointments, it's okay.
You can do it. Right.
And, you know, I remember the day that we had to go actually get my test and get run and blood drawn. I remember the day before, I went to church, you know, we had a sermon, prayed about it. And even then, you know, I felt positive. But once I walked into the actual treatment place, that's where it took me for shock. I'm like, I could see now why my mom was scared and worried for me, because I could see people like didn't have their hair, or, you know, been going through treatment. You see what they're like.
Yeah.
And I remember getting tested, and the doctor came back and he's like, we can still start the procedure. She does not need anything. We're going to put her probably on the worst too she doesn't like. Like I had a liver and get my iron level up. But, you know, I always say things have a plan and a reason. Maybe I didn't understand why, but I took that as a sign that I'm going to come over that hurdle. I'm not going to let that stop me, because again, my heart is with running. So I remember I sacrificed that whole summer before my summer year. And I was so determined because there was an article, and I remember they were asking about like seniors, who's who, what's going to happen with running. And I was enlisted. There was no Eve listed to be up there, potential to go to college, nothing. Everybody already counted me out. People build me up to this point as a kid and once a teen growing into it, that once I hit it, I had very few that still believe I could actually be that runner. So I remember my mom taking me out, running, and even like at tracks late at night, 10 o'clock, I was just practicing. I said, it's not over. The race is not finished. So when you hear a lot of times, me and my moms would say the race is not finished yet. Now you know. Part of the segments that it's saying the race is not finished comes from that. So I remember starting off in cross country, building up, started taking names again, qualifying for district. And I remember by the time it came to track and field, I had built myself up to where I was that runner again, where I was running multiple sports. I had people coming back out again. I had scouts looking for her. I even ended up setting to this day, it's still a high record for my high school for the mile and 800 meter.
Yeah.
Person that comes close to me is my little sister.
So it's all in the family, all in the family.
Yes.
Yeah.
And I knew at that point I had finally broken boundaries. You know, I proved wrong. I had to go from the bottom up. And it's because I still believe in myself. The hard work, eating right, eating foods I didn't even like. Let me tell you, liver's not good, especially if I want a burger or liver.
Yeah, right, yeah.
But you know, I was so driven, and I was like determined that no matter what happened in life, this is the part of the journey that I had to go through to get to the next step. And I remember going to college, and I went off of a scholarship. Not a lot of people can actually go to a scholarship. Again, I'll keep reminding you why I say it is because if people are ever in a point in life and they think they can't do it, use it as motivation to push you to show them you can do it. That's part of believe and achieve. Yeah. And I remember going to college in my freshman year, running on at the Prefontaine Classics, Oregon. And
yes,
it's the classic. So went from the little girl again, nobody had faith in, and started getting faith. And I remember I shocked a lot of people. There was about 30 runners in my meet. Ended up running a 17:31, and I finished third. And I'm a freshman, and this is against who's, university seniors, people older than me, training for even like professional sports teams. And to see that moment, it hit me because it was like, this is what I've trained for. I got to spend it. I got to do it. I remember calling my mom and saying, Mom, I'm going to be on TV.
I'm in Oregon. Yeah, right.
And in the process of that running, I was able to show people that it doesn't matter what you look like. It doesn't matter what you go through. I know I got ridiculed and people kind of laughed at when they see me. Till this day, they even try to test me. So be forewarned, I love challenges, but they'll say, you don't look like a runner. A runner doesn't have curves. They're taller. You got short legs, and I got curves. But I defeated odds. I know like a lot of times people in society say you got to be a certain size. I heard that a lot too, even in college getting weighed in. You got to be a certain size. Why don't you lose weight? At that point, I was still what was considered thick, but I really was small in most mindset people. So when I would go to these meets and I looked a different way and I had curves or shapes, it's because they don't remember. I have the heart of a runner. Yeah. And no matter how tall you are, you might outstep me here or there, but I'm going to wear you out. I've got the heart of a warrior. And that's why I think it's very important when I had designed actually the Believe and Achieve hoodies, as you can see, I have the wings here. So the wings represent for our loved ones, for every step we carry with them. And through this point, I've had so many people have had the honor of carrying the step with, from loved ones, people reaching out to me and telling me about their experience and how they went through something traumatic and how they used that loss of a loved one to push them to keep going. So the whole message behind it is we carry our lost loved ones along the way with us every step.
Yeah. And that's what the longest mile is all about. It's a journey. It's a process. And you got some shout outs here too. Got Lorraine Bauderema Jimenez. She says, hey, love you, boss babe. She says. And Overton Claiborne, thanks for tuning in. Says good evening. And Lorraine says your passion will drive you to succeed. And that's what the longest mile is about. And we were talking about this even before we started this, the journey that we've done together in the chapters. And you said it's about the brand. It's not just about the branding. It's about the message behind the branding. And you always hammer that. It's like, yes, we have the clothing line, which is great. I love all the care packages. I enjoy them and everything too. So everyone go to runnereve.com too and get your Believe and Achieve merchandise as well. So get that. But it's not even, like you said, it's not just about the branding, it's the message behind the brand. And I think that's what's the most important thing.
Exactly. It's just the message behind it. Anybody can have a clothing brand, I tell them. People always say, what's your secret to it? I said, the secret is I have a real drive and mission. A lot of times people get into it for the wrong reason. They just want to go for the money or fame. And, that's part of the journey where I'm so blessed with supporters as you guys and all the Believer and Achievers family. Medina here, my best friend. She helps me a lot with day-to-day stuff. I mean, like she keeps me on track because she knows I work a lot. And having you guys as support is what keeps me going. Where a lot of people in this, line will probably partnership up with different people because it is a hard process to do on your own. One person even gave me credit before I was coming on, and they said, hey, a lot of respect to you because you've done stuff on your own versus having to sell out and join with other companies to keep going. And one thing I did say about my mission, I'm representing us all. So this is dear to my heart. So that's why I don't care if it's 3 a.m., 4 a.m. I'm getting back to some messages. You're important. You're not a number, because without all of you guys, this wouldn't be possible either. You help give me that feel to keep going strong on days. I know to get these hoodies done, 2 weeks, working 16 hours, 16 hours for 2 weeks. I mean, there was a part I probably looked crazy, had my hair up and no makeup.
You're just grinding, but that goes to show, like you said earlier, like with the running, you were like, look, I was a cocky runner. Like, it's not like, yes, you said it's competition, but you're like, look, I'm going to be up late at night and getting these hoodies and getting this merchandise done because I want this to be efficient and everything else too. So that's part of that's, you said, the longest mile, part of the process.
It is. And that's what I tell people is you may not understand what you're going through right now, but it'll make sense in the long run. Never give that faith up, because what you're going through, that trial, as you always hear me preach about it, you can't get your testimony without your test. If you don't want your testimony, then be prepared. You just give up. That's what I say at that point, because a true believer, a very true believer, is going to take it headstrong and know that challenge is actually going to make them better in the long run to achieve. And with us, Believer and Achievers, there's no giving up. You've had many years in doing the line of work of podcasts. I'm pretty sure you've gone through a lot to have to get it up.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. Oh, yeah. I can tell you some stories about, the journeys and the ups and downs and and all the things just to get it to where it is today. Oh my goodness. Yeah. But like I said, it is about it. We talk about the longest mile, because that's what it's about. It is about that, the ups and downs and everything else that comes with it. Life happens. Sometimes you have to stop, but you're not giving up. And I know that's a big key for you, is not giving up, no matter what the odds are maybe stacked against you, but you never give up. You're just out there, just continue to do your thing, and branding and all those things. So yeah.
You have to, because I tell people you got to have a thick skin once you start getting into it, because not everybody's going to prove it. If you don't prove it, it's not for you. So be it.
Yeah.
I'm still going to be me. And that's one thing I've always told people. I know with the line of work and launches we do with the podcast, they would say, well, why didn't you ever start a separate page just for the brand? I said, so what you see is what you get. You're getting the full story. I think it's only right. Why have the good times and the bad times. That's what honestly people can benefit. You never know. You might be talking about a certain subject that could change a person's life. This is what I'm going to do. Don't have to feel like you have to sell out. And honestly, I could tell you, it's made friendships now, people I call family, even you. Like it's been awesome to see, like you said, Believe and Achieve. It's not just a clothing brand. It's a message behind it. It's a family. It's a growing bond together every step. So my win is your win. I don't take all the credit. It's not just me. It's all of us with this together. And I would definitely say, like, I appreciate everybody, the time they invest in giving to it. And the part of that I don't have on today, but I have been posting. So if anybody ever wants to go to www.runnereve.com or online, I have Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, Snapchat. You can go on there and find different messages of the brand with it. but there is some pieces that are launched too. And I don't know if you had a chance to check it out, but it's the royalty pieces. And I want to talk about why those are important.
Yes.
So we all have royalty in us. And I believe in that. We're definitely on a high level. And one of them in particular is the black one. So the black with the red, I had a unique way. I said, how am I going to make my mom, come into this? I always give a shout out dedication, but I want a way to incorporate the clothing with it. Well, those are one of our hometown city colors. So that's why I actually had it in there, so that way it represents her and she's on that. But it's also to show that a giving thanks to her, because today is actually her heavenly birthday. So happy birthday, Mom.
Yes. Happy birthday. Yeah.
I wouldn't be here if it wasn't without her. The brand wouldn't be possible without her. She's the whole reason that gave me another reason to live again. Everybody knows how I hit it hard when she had passed away.
Yeah.
And a mom's love doesn't go away. It's how you deal with it. And I'm so grateful to have you guys as family to help me with that. And all the love I got today, I so thank you. Like, people were saying happy birthday to your mom, super mom. And that's the best feeling, to know that her legacy continues. My mom loved helping. She loved giving her right arm if she could. Yeah. She was out there even at her age, retired age, and she was helping people cut down their limbs. I'm like, Mom, what are you doing with a chainsaw? Helping people. Yeah. But she had a heart of gold. She definitely believed in God. She was a pastor. She also had a cosmetology license. She worked at daycares helping out. Loved Christmas lights, decorating. I mean, my mom was probably one of the rare people you'll find out there that did stuff. She didn't care about getting rich. She didn't care if it was the last dollar. She was going to give and help somebody else.
Yeah.
That's why I think it's so special to give it to her. And this dedication was launched in her birthday memory.
Right.
Today, it came kind of full circle. I started believing she my very first race on this day, which was my mom's birthday when she had already passed the first year. So I want to stop right quick because I know you guys are used to having me and they're used to seeing you talk, but I'm going to join Manuel. He's my brother. Yeah. And he actually wanted to say something to my mom for her birthday.
Okay. Yes. Bring him on in.
All right. Can you hear Emmanuel? Let's see if he's on there. I don't know. We may have to see if we can join him in right quick.
Yeah. Well, you got some messages here.
Runner. So it's under mail. There's Eleanor. There's my sister. So she'd say, Eleanor, you want to say anything for Mom's birthday?
So such an inspiration. Yeah, that's yes, tight hugs. A lot of messages. It's such inspiration. Yeah.
And things always go on the air like this, but it's okay. Like, we come prepared. So let's we're gonna do it first time live and give him a call. How about this?
Yeah, we'll shout him out.
Let's call him because he's part of this, and without him, we couldn't have it. So let's
absolutely
get him in on this very quick. I know he was very special wanting to join, so hopefully. Hey, we have you on air.
Hey.
It's okay. We figured we're going to make this happen.
Yes. We'll make it happen.
It's okay, but we have it on air now. Hey, I have to say, well, Courtney's been patient with me every time I sign on.
All good.
But I'm going to let you have the platform.
Yes.
Sure. First of all, I'm glad to be able to talk to you guys, and I appreciate you, and I enjoy your show, man. You've done really good work here.
Thank you.
But I was telling her earlier, I was a little late getting in, so that's why I did a rush to kind of get her here. But I just visited her mother's grave at the cemetery today, along with our sissy Eleanor. Of course, she had to work today, so she take care of the veterans at the nursing home. But yeah, it was one of the things our mother taught us, what true nurturing is, that everybody needs it, especially those, who aren't used to get. I mean, it's just love, right? And for me personally, I learned that, that love, encouragement, and taking time, to help these people, achieve their goals and stuff. That's all that's needed to truly inspire them to believe themselves. It really simplifies it for us. And it's amazing because she could be using the words right out of my mouth, and friends even, and then love, like the same thing. I get love even to this day from everybody around us and stuff, and how she never judged people. And it was all about building people up, what I mean? It's like never tearing anybody down. That's just the way she was. There's not one person that ever spoke about her that said anything different. So happy birthday, Mom. And it's just an inspiration. And to see me and all my sisters talk with the same voice, this is real talk. This isn't the we make up for it. This is the only way we know, And it's a huge part, if not at all, part to my mom, because she did raise us by ourselves. For no doubt, was passed away when we were real young. Both our fathers. There's a lot of stories behind that, but it's just an amazing testament of what she went through before she ever had us, with us, and just to see all the effects that she's had, the positive influence. And it's just a small idea, but spreading love.
Well said.
That's very well said. And it's interesting because it's family. That's what it's about. You have all these important people in your lives, and you build that community with each other as family. And I could just tell you guys are such a tight knit family. I have the same thing, tight knit family, and you're just there for each other. And you guys are still bringing the message even beyond with your mom passing years ago, but you guys are still believing and achieving, and that's what it's about. So I appreciate that the message that you're representing with your sisters as well.
Yes, sir. Sorry.
So I know Eleanor had to work, but I'm going to read a poem that she had wrote, and I'm going to make sure you can hear me loud enough. But she said, "The star that birthed stars. Once there was a bright star full of love and light. So full of love, she wanted to share. She birthed 5 different but similar stars, each different and special in their own way. She loved and knew them in each their own special way, but loved them equally. She named them meaningfully, names that would help them shine brightly. She filled them with love and hope as they formed a unique constellation. So when her light was gone, they had each other and her guide them to where one was lost. But her light, though the physical orb wasn't in this universe, it still shone so bright, casting its love, a beacon upon all that knew her. I call this Star Mom. Happy birthday."
Wow, that's amazing. Yes, amazing message, and as you said, it's the inspiration behind it, and that's what it's about. And I'm just giving you guys a platform just to share stories, the memories, and all those things. And I just appreciate just being a small part of just having you on this platform. And Lorraine said it best: praise God, thank you, Jesus. Yes, all of that and all of that. So yes, really appreciate that. And the last one I wanted to just ask you was about 2024. And you guys said you have the new, basically almost a new launch. There's only like another launch. We just like the chapters just keep building and building. But what's 2024? What's in store for you, the brand, yourself in 2024?
So in store, we've got a lot coming up. 3-year anniversary in March. So stuff. Definitely celebrating about, the process of what it's gone through. The trademark. I told you that was a hard process. And trust me, there's some chapters that are coming up for that. I hold it.
Oh yeah. We know about the brand and trademarks, all of that. We talked about all of that. Yes.
It's different chapters, and it's gonna be a celebration. I have expanded the platform to help working with even more businesses. You know, I like helping entrepreneurs, and I definitely challenge myself to do about, probably, it's going to sound insane, but about 25 pop-up events is going to happen this year. And last year I told her when I was going to do it, she's like, all right, well, just let me know where I need help.
Yeah.
Which, she's scooping away here at the end. She's going to make an appearance too. But, you know, definitely we did about, I'd say, was it 13 we had? Yeah, 13 pop-up events. And that was just hitting it into April all the way to the end of the year. So that was out there in the cold, and that's not even counting appearances. Here, I challenge to go on newer heights with it. So there is going to be Texas. I'm coming down for a pop-up event. We've got several I'm going to sign off on. I'm just figuring out which one I'm going to do. So it's either going to be May or July, but I think it's about time to give special tribute to Dallas, Texas. So Dallas, be ready. That Texan is still coming.
He was coming to Dallas.
Making that appearance. And, you know, after that, it's also working, like I said, with the important thing is businesses and helping individuals. You know, we've got, again, gymnastics teams helping sponsoring, and different communities and groups, boxers. There's one, Alan, if you're listening on here, he is actually making his first appearance at boxing in the actually world's masters, like boxing championship in February.
Okay.
It's February 21st, and he's been boxing all his life, and he's actually a good brand ambassador. He's somebody that's actually taken the message, what it means to beat all odds to achieve. So we may have to get him on here at one time to tell his story too.
Totally. You know, I'm down.
In all details. Yes. But he's doing good at boxing. So proud of him. And there's different behind the athletes. So this year is going to be more of the people I'm sponsoring. Athletes, businesses. I had a free raffle. So people enjoy your cupcakes, but right now all over Kansas City, Kansas, Kansas City, Missouri, everybody's getting cupcakes in order of my mom's honor. So I worked with a local baker, Sugar Mama Sweets, and she actually helped join with me on that so we could deliver to some lucky winners to get their cupcakes. Okay. So she's located in Upland Park, Kansas. Anybody wants to work with her, definitely banana pudding, cupcakes look really good. So I'm just saying. But, you know, also we've gotten to do some more actually runway shows. So runway shows are in the work again. I know people have been missing that a lot. And we actually been going full force again with the Muscles and Mimosas. So we've been working hard, workout groups, the boot camps. And I started using these as networking groups to where people actually, I kind of get you out of your comfort zone. I say, you got to talk. You got to introduce yourself. My goal is people to network and make bonds and friendships, because that's important, looking out for one another. But definitely, I'm going to say this year, mark my words, it's going to be a year that it's another level. So a lot of exciting things coming through, and I'm sure you're going to hear it. And I wanted to say too, who's going to be with it, Modena, if I'm going to turn it to her and she wants to say something.
Okay. Yes. Let's get that final word. Hi. How are you? Introduce yourself and get the final word.
I'm super shy. I'm so sorry.
No, you're fine. Just it's like a conversation. It's easy. We're just conversating.
Yes, I'll just be there alongside her. Basically, just visit the website at www. And that's all I have to say.
All right. Well, nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you.
But just final words is, you know, we're going to go on that longest mile together, not alone. I know there's different ways to get in touch with me. You're not just a number, like I said, your situation does matter. So always definitely here to give that encouragement. And, you know, I just want to say thank you again for the opportunity. Everybody joining, you're so awesome. Thank you for all the support too. We had a lot of pre-orders for the hoodies. People were pre-ordering because like, I want my size before it sells out. And just kind of special thing about it, once they're launched, what's there is there. So once it's done, I move on to a new project that keeps it fresh because you already know I like my ones. I have all my shoes.
Yes, they're ones. You know, we are all about them ones. Yes, we love them. We love the ones, and you know, fashion, Jordans, all those things. But Eve, it's always a pleasure just talking with you. And again, keep building this book, this story of, you know, Believe and Achieve, and all the, you know, all the chapters we had. Like I said, the intro, we had the branding, self-love, healing process, now the longest mile. So I can't wait to the next chapter. I really always appreciate you, appreciate your time, appreciate the brand, the message behind the brand. And again, I thank you for sharing all the, just the, being authentic and real about it, and always yourself. And always looking forward to seeing what you got new, what you got in store, and everything with the fashion, the brand, the message, all those things. So again, I thank you for coming on the show once again.
Thank you. I appreciate it. Until next time.
Till next time. Look for chapter 6. Chapter 6 is coming. It's coming. So we'll be talking. So all right. Well, you enjoy the rest of the weekend, and thank you again. And this will be shared on all, again, podcast platforms. It's audio, Spotify, Google Play, Apple. It's on Instagram. Runner Eve's on Instagram page. It'll be on my page. It'll be on Facebook, Twitter, everywhere. Everywhere you can get, anywhere you get podcasts. And again, thank you again. Until next time, see you guys. And thanks for all the comments, all the support. We really, really appreciate it. Enjoy.
Bye.
Bye.